And welcome back to the Houston Texans franchise rebuild. Here today we have week 16 action versus the Chicago Bears. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day. Please leave a like, comment down below what you thought of today's action, and don't forget to subscribe. As the Houston Texans are coming off of another solid victory versus the Washington football team, beating them 20-13 in a ball game where we saw 17 sacks total for both teams. I think that's probably an NFL record somewhere in the record books, but this is a playoff game. You know, the Bears here are a playoff team in the NFC, as we are a playoff team here in the NFC. Overall, this is going to be another tough matchup, as currently the Bears are the -- 2 seed. So this is going to be a fun matchup here. You know, potential Super Bowl, maybe. I mean, if we can get far in during the dance, but you know, this is a quality Bears team, and you know, we got to shore up some things here. We dealt with 2 injuries last week, losing Chase Linovich as well as Andre Diller. So this is going to be the offense, and more specifically the offensive line, where we're going to be focusing in on is that Justin Britt will be starting back at center. Nate Davis moves back to guard, but that will be the offensive line. For the defensive line, for the base defense, David Elliott will be moving on the outside. I also don't think I've shown you guys, but Elliott is a star dev player, as well as Tim Settle will be starting at the other defensive tackle. When we go to our specialist, or when we go 3 corners, Stephen Dalton will be getting the start. I am not going to be starting on Lenzo Carter. I think that Dalton just has a little bit more pass rush upside. And I want to see what the second-year edge rusher can do over these next few games. If I feel he's not really effective after this game, Carl Brooks will get the start. But overall, that's going to be the adjustments to the roster. So let's go quickly check out this Bears team and then get into today's action. And leading the Chicago Bears is Rashawn Gary, who they brought in this past offseason. They have Roquan Smith, David Montgomery. They also brought in T. Higgins. They've helped out their young quarterback here in Justin Fields, who's their 4th-year quarterback, who has great speed. He's an excellent athlete. You know, Montgomery's a good running back. But they have a good receiving core here. They got T. Higgins, Daryl Moody. They got Russell Gage, Chris Gibson here, who's a 2nd-year wide receiver, who I'm going to assume probably will take over again as the 3rd receiver in the upcoming seasons. You know, they got Cole Kmet. This team is loaded here on offense. You know, they got a good offensive line. They got a good group of guys, but they got a lot of depth across the pass rushing. They got Robert Quinn. We traded them Jonathan Gernard, and you know, don't forget they brought in Rashawn Gary here, as well as the Brandon Brinkham here, who's also an edge rusher. They got a ton of pass rush. We also see another familiar face here in Desmond King, so we get to see some familiar faces. This is a very, very solid Bears team, and I think this is gonna be a tough matchup here in week 16. And welcome to Houston Texan here in week 16. It's the 10-4 Chicago Bears versus the 10-4 Houston Texans. These 2 teams are playoff bound. This could be a potential Super Bowl matchup in about a month and a half. We shall see here. For this Houston team, they're dealing with some injuries yet again, and they got to get back on track. We also have to keep an eye on Mason Pryor, who's over the last 2 weeks now have been dealing with some nagging injuries, so we'll have to see how he'll perform here. For this pass rush of Chicago, will they get going versus an offensive line that just allowed 10 sacks versus the Washington Commanders? Where I'm expecting a close battle here. 2 athletic quarterbacks, a lot of playmakers. This should be a very fun matchup. And leading out his Chicago offense is number 1, the 4th-year quarterback Justin Fields, who's been putting it all together this season. 28 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. He is playing very good football right now. I'm assuming that he has some good rushing yards too. He's a very athletic quarterback, and he's priority number 1 to contain. Fields here will start at his own 25-yard line here. Fields will be dropping back, looks to throw for the first time in today's action. And here is the new addition here for Chicago, T. Higgins, the ex-Cincinnati Bengal, who reels it down for the fresh set of downs. This Chicago offense has so many different playmakers. They can beat us in very different ways, and our defense has a tough challenge ahead of us. Here's Montgomery, and Montgomery will get the first down off the touch. How will missing Chase Linovich for the rest of this regular season really play effect? Here's Fields, looks to throw, throws it to the outside, and here's Darnell Mooney, who reels it down for 7. Second down and 5 here for this Chicago team. Here's Fields looking to throw yet again, goes to Cole Kmet here, the young tight end here, who's also been breaking out, who got a long-term contract. He gets the first down. I mean, this is a major test here for our defense. Even with injuries, though, we got to be able to really shut down this Chicago offense, because this is a playoff team. They have a very good roster. They have so many weapons that can beat us. And don't forget, the defense is very good. And, you know, if our team is not capable of slowing them down and containing them, we have a problem in our hands. Fields going to be motioning here. T. Higgins as he's going to look to throw yet again. Now he's going to look to scramble. He has open room in front of him. Slides safely for 5. Fresh set of downs here, entering into Houston territory. Fields takes the snap. Here's Montgomery yet again, and our 2 linebackers have to bring him down, but damage is done. Gain of 9. Second down and 1 here. Here is the play action fake here for Fields. He's going to be sacked, and that is Roman Nova getting back there for the big time sack. And our blitz pickup, or Chicago's blitz pickup, did not really work out. This is where you bend but do not break here. You're going to try to force a field goal attempt here if you're Houston. Fields is thinking otherwise, and no, the ball's off the mark here. It's 4th down, and they're going to have to settle for a pretty short field goal attempt here. Chicago is setting up for the field goal attempt here. This is about a 40-ish yard field goal. Field goal will be up. And right down the middle, we have a 3-0 ball game. And here comes the second-year quarterback, Mason Pryor. 36 touchdowns to 14 interceptions, almost 4,000 passing yards. He should be able to complete that today. Hey, with a struggling offensive line, how will Pryor play? We got to make sure that he stays upright. But this Houston team has another challenge of 4 here versus this top-tier defense here, as we'll start with the run here with Montgomery, gain of 2. There will spread out this defense here on second down. Takes the snap, looks to throw here, and he's going to settle underneath here to Tyler Higbee, the veteran tight end. Reels it down for an easy 15 yards. He's been an excellent security blanket throughout this season. Definitely someone to get a good drive starting with is number 89. As Houston will go back to this I formation here. Here goes Pierce yet again, going up the middle, and again a couple more. 2 tight end formation here for Pryor. Takes the snap, looks to throw. Looking, he's going to settle underneath here to his check down, Damian Pierce. Pierce reels it down for a fresh set of downs. Sticking with this formation here, 2 tight ends out there. Pryor dropping back yet again, looks to throw, looking, and he's going to be sacked. And this is Jonathan Gernard here, who we sent over to Chicago, I believe for a 2nd-round pick. And he's sacking his former teammates, his former team. And that's a loss of 10. Dunsa will have his hands full on that side as Rashawn Gary's on the other. Pryor back to this aerial attack here, slings it over the middle here. Here's Nico Collins, who reels it down, and Collins will get some of that lost yardage back. Bunch formation here to the right here for Pryor as it's 3rd down and 6. He's dropping back, looks to throw, scrambling out here, trying to go deep down the field here for Paul Wilkerson, who catches and runs, and he will make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. His 20th of this regular season. He has scored at least 1 touchdown in every single ball game. He always has an eye for the end zone, and right there, Mason Pryor being able to extend the play, and Paul Wilkerson receives it for an easy touchdown. Just like that, Houston has a 7-3 lead here, and Chicago has some work to do. Fields starts at his own 25-yard line here, starting with the play action fake. More pressure is sent here, settles underneath here. Here's the rookie tight end who reels it down, and he's breaking free. And he's going to get a good chunk of yards right there. That's a good 20 yards right there. Defense has definitely struggled versus these tight ends that we've faced throughout this campaign. And that's something we're going to have to address in this future offseason, but we're not thinking about that right now. We're trying to slow down this Chicago team. That's a good tackle for loss there by Bosa. Now, how much blitzing does this Houston defense do? They have done it a lot over these last few weeks. Fields in the shotgun. Houston does send a blitz here. Bosa, he gets home, sacked back at the 41-yard line here. And Nick Bosa, I believe that's his 16th sack of this regular season. And Houston dials up the pressure. We know they love to do that. And it gets home, forcing a 3-and-out. Houston will start their own 15-yard line here. But the 3 receiver set. Pryor will look to throw, and he's feeling the rush here. He's gonna be sacked yet again. Jonathan gets back there yet again. Oh my. Pressure on one side, trying to move through this pocket, and he gets sacked yet again. It's 3rd down and 12 here. This drive might end. Here's Pryor, looks to throw here, trying to go down the field here. This is Paul Wilkerson, who can't reel it down. It's 4th down. We have to punt. Chicago will have excellent field position here. Last play here, the first quarter. Here is Fields, looks to throw. Plenty of time. Fields the rush, steps up in the pocket, and he will slide safely for 9. 1 quarter in the books here in week 16, and Houston has a 7-3 lead, but Chicago might change that on this drive here. Here's a carry here for Montgomery, who's going to get the fresh set of downs. Fields in the shotgun here, spreading out the defense 3 wide to the left, looks to throw, settles underneath here to Cole Kmet, and Kmet trying to break free with a good catch and run, and he's going to get a good 9 yards. These tight ends have been a problem all season long for our linebackers. Here's Fields under center now. Play action. We send another blitz here. Nova's trying to get home yet again, and he sacked him and picked up by a lineman for Chicago. Roman Nova getting back there, the 2nd-year off-ball linebacker. And Houston dialing up a lot of pressure, and that's working in our favor. It'll be 3rd down and 12 here. Chicago's out of field goal range. Houston's trying to avoid them to at least attempt it. Here goes Fields. Looks to throw down the field now, and that's going to be dropped here by Russell Gage. We're going to force a 3 and out. Houston will start with the football here at their own 31-yard line. Pryor will hand this ball off to Pierce, trying to get this ground game going, and that is Roquan Smith. My, these linebackers can hit very hard here as Houston's trying to establish a running game. They'll go on to the other side here, and Pierce loses a couple. Well, it's 3rd down and 10 here. Running game's not working. It might be up to Mason Pryor now. Pryor looks to throw here, looking, feeling the rush. He's trying to scramble away, gets this ball to Pierce, and Pierce off this play. He's going to get the first down and more, and Mason Pryor's shaken up. Oh my. 3rd week in a row there for Mason Pryor. He's going back to the locker room. We'll see if he comes back here. We'll get this ball to Pierce off the carry now, gain of 5. Right now, no word yet on Pryor. Tyler Huntley's out there at quarterback. Gonna do a little read option here. Huntley breaking free. He's trying to get to the sideline here, and Chicago will shove him out of bounds here at the 14. Oh my. Tyler Huntley can lead this Houston offense. He has the entire playbook knowing. He's been our backup quarterback for the last few years. He's gonna keep it again on the read option. Won't go far. 2nd down and 11 here for Huntley. He looks to throw, slings it over the middle here, and this is Nico Collins, who will find the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Oh, what's the story on Mason Pryor? No word just yet. And now Chicago, can they answer now with a touchdown? Starting with the carry here with Montgomery, gain of 7. That's the thing right now. If Mason Pryor can't go, it's really a different ball game here, even though we have a 14-3 lead. Play action fake now, looks to throw his Fields. He's going to be sacked. And this is Steven Dalton, the 2nd-year edge rusher, getting back there, who's been a rotational player over the last few years. And he's going to get another good sack here, showing off a little bit of his pass rushing skills. 3rd down and 10 now. Fields trying to avoid a 3 and out. Dropping back, looks to throw. Settles underneath here to Cole Kmet here, and our defense will wrap him up quickly. And it's 4th down. Look who's in at quarterback. It's Mason Pryor. He is okay. He's battling through some injuries right now. Pryor dropping back, looks to throw, slings it over the middle, and he's almost intercepted. Gotta keep your franchise quarterback protected, and we're doing a bad job of that right now. Into this ball to Pierce. Pierce up the middle. He's gonna rumble and tumble for a first down and more. Pryor in the shotgun here. 3 receivers to the left. Looks to throw. Looking, feeling more rush, and he's gonna be sacked yet again. Rashawn Gary, he couldn't get the ball out. Loss of 12, oh my. Houston is trying to run their offense, but this pass rush is just too much here. Pryor again looks to throw, stepping up in this pocket here, looking down the field, and he's gonna sling it as far as he can here. Cook's coming back for it, and he reels it down here at the 24. What a job here. Now Tunsil's down, oh my. This Houston offensive line needs to be able to keep Mason Pryor upright. Here goes Tony Pollard. Pollard, the veteran, back. His first touch of the day goes for a yard. I formation now here, as Houston might be trying to just get this ball to these backs here. Here goes Damian Pierce. Pierce breaking free, and he's gonna get the first down and more. Good hard running right there. 2 tight end formation here at the 11 as Houston's trying to extend their lead. Pryor looks to throw, feeling more rush, looking end zone. No, he's gonna be sacked here. Ball's out yet again. Thankfully, I think we picked it up, but that's Robert Quinn. 2nd down and 25 here. This pass rush is just getting home every time. Pryor slings it quickly here to Paul Wilkerson, who has a touchdown. He's going to get that lost yardage back. We're at the beginning of the 2-minute warning here. Houston faces a 3rd down and 10 here. Can't get the first down. What can they do here trying to extend their lead? Pryor slings it over the middle. Nico Collins, his 2nd receiving touchdown in today's action. Houston will go up 21-3. Well, even how good this Chicago team has been playing here, they're down big here. Quickly gets this ball to Darnell Mooney, and Mooney's going to get the first down, and Morris Nova's down. Oh my, that is an injury we cannot afford, is Roman Nova being out. As that's a good play there by Darnell Mooney here. Looks to throw his Fields, feeling the rush here by Bosa, trying to escape from it, and he will do so. Looks down the field now, and he gets this ball to Montgomery, who comes back for the football gain of 13. Hurry up offense here for Chicago. Fields looks to throw, settles underneath here to Mooney yet again, and he's going to gain 4 more. Really, the last thing Houston really needs is to afford more injuries. Here is Fields yet again, looks to throw, settles quickly again. Darnell does it again. 3rd down and 1 now. Here is Fields, looks quickly. Darnell does it again over Derek. Oh my. 2nd down and 10 here. 2 timeouts here for Chicago. Fields looks to throw, slings it quickly, and Moody again over Derek Stingley. He's just been making these quick slants look easy. Here's 3rd down and 1 now. 49 seconds to go. Fields looks to throw, looking, escaping the pocket, trying to find someone, and now he's gonna get to the sideline here, shoved out of bounds here at the 15. Justin Fields has been a problem here, but they're still down here big right now, down by 18. Motioning Darnell, looks to throw is Fields, settles underneath here. Moody gets it yet again, and I think this is his 7th catch. Penalty flag is thrown though. It's gonna be a holding here on Chicago. Here's 3rd down and 20 here for Fields. Looks to throw, 3-man rush here for Houston. Looking, open field in front of him. Steven Dalton though is gonna deny him from anything. Sacked back at the 26-yard line. Houston calls their 2nd timeout now, and Chicago will have to settle for 3 more. As we're heading into halftime here in week 16, Houston has a 21-6 lead here, but honestly, it feels closer than it really is. I mean, I think we got one good drive. We got a couple good drives by Mason Pryor, but he's dealing right now with an injury, and he's battling through it. I'm letting him play because this is a very tough opponent here, and I think if we put anyone out there, either Matt Ryan or Tyler Huntley, we're gonna probably lose, as we see that the Colts lost big. That's actually very big for us. That pretty much nullifies them for the division title. But overall, I mean, this is a close game here. This is a battle right now, and we got to be able to finish it. And here at the beginning of the 2nd half, Houston will start with the football at their own 25-yard line. Starts with the pistol. Here goes Damian Pierce, who's going to rumble and tumble for a gain of 6. And who knows, maybe Houston starts to rely a little bit more on these 2 running backs. Here's Pryor handing this ball off now to Tony Pollard, who has some room in front of him, and that's his best run of the day. Pryor spreading out this defense here on 1st down. Looks to throw, looking, slings to the outside. Collins comes back for the football. He reels it down. He has 2 touchdowns in today's action, gain of 9. It looks like Tevin Booth has been moved to tackle here. He's been playing left guard. He's playing in his natural position right now. And AJ Can's out there at that other guard position. Gotta be thinking right now, Houston is trying to do everything and anything to protect their quarterback. So a little bit of adjustment across this offensive line. Back-to-back carries here for Pierce, gain of 1 here. 2nd down and 9 here. Pryor looks to throw, steps up in the pocket, and he's gonna find Higbee underneath now, gain of a few. 3rd down and 5 now. Pryor to the shotgun, takes the snap, looks to throw. Feels the rush now, feeling the rush by Gary, and he's gonna be sacked at the 39-yard line as Jonathan's dealing with an injury now. We're not even close to field goal range. I think we might have to punt here. Houston was forced to punt here. Chicago's now backed up at their own 9-yard line. They got some work to do. They'll start with the carry here with David Montgomery for a gain of 4. Fields in the shotgun here with 2 tight ends out there. 2nd down and 6 here. Motioning out wide now Montgomery as this defense has to adjust for him. What are they going to call here? Quickly slings it over the middle. That ball's off the hands of the defender. It's 3rd down and 6 here for Chicago, trying to avoid a quick 3 and out. Fields in the shotgun. Houston sends a blitz now. This ball's up there, tipped, and it's gonna be tipped to Jalen. Picked off. Jalen going back the other way, and he's gonna return it to the 6-yard line. Oh my, this defense just makes their big play here. And now Houston's gonna try to go up here by 21. First down and goal here at the 6. Pryor under center with a jumbo package. Play action fake. Looks to throw. Looks end zone here. Wants Richards, and he reels it in. Palmer. Touchdown, Houston. They needed one play. The rookie tight end reels it down. Touchdown, Houston. I believe that's his first career touchdown. Wow, what a job here by the rookie tight end. Well, what can Chicago do now? They're down by 21 here. Or 22, excuse me. They got to get something going here. Here's Montgomery up the middle. Gave up a couple. Second down and 7 here. Here's Fields handing this ball off again to Montgomery here. Our defense trying to surround him. Bosa not giving up on the play. And that's a gain of a few. Good job by Bosa. Third down and 1 here. Chicago's trying to avoid a 3 and out. Here's another carry for Montgomery. 3 straight times, and he gets the first down. Here's second down and 5 now. Fields in the shotgun. Handing this ball off on the delay give here to Montgomery, but our defense is not fooled. Third down and 4 now. Empty look here for Fields. We gotta keep an eye on him. Slings it quickly and ball's off the mark. It's incomplete. Fourth down. Oh my. As Houston will start with the football here at their own 17-yard line, trying to put the dagger in. Pryor, play action fake, looks to throw, slings it down the field here, and that's Wilkerson who somehow catches it after taking that big hit. Pryor going into this I formation here. Takes the snap, more play action, looks to throw, slings it over the middle here for Nico Collins, who's had a busy day, and Houston's immediately into Chicago territory. Pryor turns to an empty look now here. 2 passes on this drive, count number 3. Looks to throw, gets this ball to Higbee, and this is just chunk plays after chunk plays here for Houston. First down and goal here at the 9, Pryor in the shotgun. Another pass here. The Houston has yet to really run the football. Looks scrambling, trying to extend, looking, gets this ball to Cooks, who reels it down. All 3 receivers eat, and right there, that's the dagger. I'm expecting some backups in here for Houston. And here in week 16, the Houston Texans have beaten the Chicago Bears 35-21 in a ball game where we put the backups in there basically throughout the fourth quarter, and Chicago offense was able to put up a couple touchdown drives. Our offense really didn't do too much with the backups out there. We mostly ran the football, tried to take time off the clock. But overall, this was it felt like a tough matchup, at least early on. And then we kind of poured it on. It was a 35-6 lead, and I just didn't feel that our defense was gonna really let up anytime soon. So we got some valuable playing time for some backups here. As well as we gave Mason Pryor a little time to heal after a 4 touchdown, no interception day, a fumble day too. But he looked good out there. We ran the ball a lot with a lot of different players. You know, it worked out in the end. What's his name? Pierce, he looked good. I'm happy for Damian. Nico Collins caught a couple touchdowns. Wilkerson yet again. Same with Brandon. Overall, solid day for our receivers. This offensive line continues to struggle, and we got to kind of figure that out here. We got 5 sacks of our own. Bosa, Roman, and Dalton, happy about that. And then Jalen adds an interception. Overall, complete day here. We move 11-4. Happy about that. We do have one upgrade to take care of here in Tevin Booth, who's been playing guard, but he played tackle through to finish the ball game. We'll go with pass protector, +2 pass finesse here. Here are his ratings for a first-round pick. He's a solid player all around. No strength to lean on, but from an overall standpoint, happy about having Tevin on this roster. And as we sim to the next week here in week 17, we'll be playing against the 4-11 Jacksonville Jaguars, who have not had this season they've wanted. But still, this is an important matchup because this is the last divisional team we're playing against. But not even just that, the Tennessee Titans are behind us. They're 10-5. They're really the last team that can compete with us for the AFC South. So we got to keep an eye on them. They continue to put on wins, and currently in the standings, we're the number 3 seed. So, I mean, if we lose the division, Tennessee we would basically swap from 3 to 5. So that's a massive difference here. Right now, we're currently the 3rd seed. We still have Cincinnati, who's currently the 4th seed to play against this season. At the beginning of this next episode, we'll go through a little bit more of the scouting and stuff like that. I think we have a little bit more to do. I don't remember. Either way, we'll go through the back half of the scouting, and then we'll get into the action. So guys, let me know down below what you thought of today's action. I know again, it was a good victory for us. It was a blowout at the beginning, and then, you know, putting the backups in. But we gotta keep Mason Pryor standing upright. We gotta keep him protected, and it's been hard to do so. So maybe we run the football a little bit more. But let me know down below what you guys think we should do next time. Please leave a like, comment down below what you thought, and don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.